Why the heck am I overeating all the time? Hi, I'm Marian Massie. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and success coach, and hopefully I can help you answer that question today and give you some tools to help you get out of that, little gerbil wheel of eating, overeating, and, not really becoming the master of your own ship. So I was a bulimic at one time for 14 years. So I do know a little bit about overeating. At that time, from 14 to 20 something, I guess it'd be 28, I overate a lot. And it, obviously was bulimia, which is even more than overeating. But the beginning parts, I was clueless of why I was doing this. I was just stuffing my face with food. And the bulimia part, the throwing up, helped to relieve anxiety. So if you don't have the bulimia part, well, you can actually do both. Unconsciously, you are trying to process emotions through food. You're either trying to stuff something down or feed yourself on a level that can't be done physically. I realized that I was trying to do a twofold things with bulimia. I was trying to feed myself emotionally and release emotions at the same time. But you can't do that through food, through the physical body. So let's back up a little bit. In my book, Miracles, Karma, and Reincarnation, a handbook to purposeful living, I explain that this is really your life right here, right now, is really a spiritual life. We have a body, we have a mind, we have emotions. Our true self is soul. But we have to use all of them. And if you think of them as separate bodies that need separate food, this is going to be a little bit easier for you to understand because I try to make things simple because basically I'm a simple person. So if you are emotionally upset, let's start there, about something, and you're unaware, unconscious about what is bothering you, you are going to try to solve it because the nature of being human is to survive. So you're going to try to solve it in some way. And the number one drug out there is food. As a baby, we try to self-soothe through food. And if you are unaware that you have an emotional something bothering you or a belief system that might be bothering you, or you're not recognizing something in your life that is causing you pain or worry or sadness, you are going to self-soothe probably through eating. And that is, again, the number one drug. Drugs themselves are another issue, but it's usually the same thing. You're unconsciously not dealing with a problem. I believe in total self-responsibility. So you got to ask yourself, what do I want to create? If I'm overeating, do you want to keep creating this? If you don't, then you got to ask yourself and be really honest. Is there something that's bothering me right now? Am I angry about something? Am I sad about something? Is something making me fearful? Is there something out of my control? And if you say yes to that, that's where you start. Let's say that you have something out of your control. For me, as a child, all the dysfunction was out of my control. The thing I could control was my eating. And I did eat a lot. And then I realized, I could throw it up and not gain weight. But I wasn't dealing with the issue. As I started to get older and started to read more spiritual books, more self-help books, I realized that I had a lot of anger and a lot of fear from being emotionally abandoned. So I started to work with myself spiritually. And as I worked with myself spiritually with a mantra, within a very short time, the overeating just went away because my consciousness changed. Now, you can start on any level. You can start emotionally, with really acknowledging your feelings and then working with those feelings so that you can let them go, not regurgitate them, but let them go and not stuff them down like you did with food. You can work with the mind at the same time too, changing belief systems around food, around using it to nurture yourself emotionally, around trying to feel safer in life. If you need to go to counseling, go to counseling. If you're in a period where you're feeling unsafe, get help. Start creating thriving instead of surviving. If you choose to thrive and you ask Spirit for help, and you have to ask, you will be given help on every level. Maybe somebody will come along and say, hey, this organization can help you. Or B, maybe you'll read a book that helps you get out of a certain situation. And that helped me at one time. I was in a situation that was abusive, and I was in a city that I had no one else to go to help. And I happened to have been reading a novel. And because I'm connected spiritually, I asked for help, and it showed me how to get out of that situation. And it worked. So you ask for help, you will get it on any level you need. Maybe it's a doctor. Maybe it's a therapist, like I said. So ask, know that you're a spiritual being, and work on every level. If you like this channel, if you like what I say, because I try to take little bits and chunk them down so that you can use them in daily life. And everything comes from my book and my life experience. So you can get the book on Amazon. It's on audio also. And if you like this channel, subscribe, tell others about it. And I'm going to leave you with this. What do you want to create? If you are overeating, do you want to continue this? If you don't, then you need to become the captain of your ship and get in touch with maybe what you're repressing feeling-wise, what beliefs are going on that you don't want to deal with, or get the help if you're in an unsafe situation. Until next time, I wish you the best.